Alright, what is up YouTube? California Prepper here. Well, I am back with a long overdue knife review. This knife review is going to be about the Zero Tolerance 0200. I absolutely love this knife. It is 154 cm with the tungsten DLC coating. The DLC is a diamond-like carbon coating. Very strong coating. That was one of my main worries with getting one of these black coated knives is I put some heavy use on my knife, and the last thing I'm going to do is, you know, have a knife with, you know, big silver scuffs in it and stuff like that. So I was real nervous about it, but I've seen a lot of reviews, and Kershaw's or Kai, their coating seems to hold up pretty well on these knives. So you know, for the price I got this knife, you can't beat it. So I just had to get it, and I can't say I'm disappointed at all, because once you feel this thing in your hand, to tell you the truth, I figured the 560 would have the feeling of the 200, but I was sadly disappointed. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed at all in the 560. It's just a little lighter than expected. I mean, when you're getting something and you've wanted it for so long, when you get it, of course you're going to see the things, you know, the imperfections. This thing was my grail knife for the longest time. I never, ever thought that I'd have $250 to spend on a knife. $260, whatever it was. But I got it. It's finally here. But I have to say that I am a little disappointed with the fit and finish of it, but I do think it was a used knife when I bought it, so that could be a lot of it. But I just haven't really carried this knife much. It really just sits in the safe because I'm really scared to carry it, and not only that, I have so many other knives that I could carry and beat up. Why ruin this knife? So pretty much it's just there to show off and to say, hey, I do have one, and you know, if I feel like carrying it, I'll carry it. But 9 times out of 10, this is not going to be the one doing any of the cutting. But back to the knife that we're doing the review on. This is the 0200, and man, this is a sweet knife. This one was designed by Ken Onion, this one by Rick Hinderer, and you can tell they do have some similarities. You know, they look alike. They are, you know, made by the same company, and but designed by two complete different designers, and you can really tell. I mean, here's another one of Ken Onion's designs, the amazing Kershaw Blur, and I mean, just look at that. I mean, if you put them over each other, I mean, the blade almost has the same exact recurve. It's crazy, but you can really see the Ken Onion written all over this knife, as well as you can see the Rick Hinderer written all over this knife and this knife. So, you know, you can really see the makers in them, but they do have some similarities. See, this is what I don't like about this knife. It's kind of a pain to get the lock up. It's a little sticky. I'm going to have to send it into Kai myself, since the seller is not trying to make it better at all. So I'm going to end up having to send this into Kai myself. I'm going to be sending another knife into him anyway, so might as well send this one in and get some work on it done. Get some work done on it as well. Anywho, back to the blade at hand. This awesome 200. Man, this thing is just such a beast. I guess this was 2008's best tactical knife of the year or something like that, and I can see why. This thing is awesome. Just the way it feels in your hand, it's amazing. This is what I thought the 560 would feel like, to tell you the truth. They really hit a home run. I like the girthiness of it, the heftiness of it. It's just razor sharp. This thing's a monster. I am so happy I got this knife, and for the price, man, shout out to Navander20 for that. Awesome knife. Can't say enough great things about it. The handle length is 5 1/4 inch. So you have a little bit more handle on this knife than you do on the 560, and you would actually think that the 560's handle was a little bit bigger, considering it looks that way, but it's the 560 just looks like it has a longer handle. The 200 just fits it better, and the 200 also has a longer blade. This has a 4-inch blade. The 560 only has a 3 and a 3/4 inch blade. Man, that recurved blade is sweet, isn't it? This is one badass knife. It is a manual flipper. You have the flipper, you have the ambi thumb studs that are not. The lock bar has its own nice, pretty thick lock bar. One of the things I guess I haven't been checking on my reviews is blade centering. So, been looking at that a lot lately. A couple of my knives are off, but you can usually fix it by messing with the pivot a little bit. I do have to switch the clip around on this. I haven't switched it yet, but this one hasn't seen too much carry time yet either. Yeah, with all the knives I have that I've acquired lately, it's been kind of hard to give them all their equal pocket time, but can't say that I don't love this knife, and it does get fondled quite a bit. But yeah, let's get back to the stats before I keep rambling on. We have 3D Machine G10 on the front, 3D Machine G10 on the back. It is a liner lock, and the liner's at about 25-30% right where it should be. I've seen just about every ZT I've seen, the lockup is just absolutely perfect, and it is just, it's snug, it's tight, it's beautiful. Great knives, absolutely flawless, except for this one. It's a great knife, it's just, man, it really sticks. I had the same issues with this blade, except this one is a clone. So I could expect that from a clone, but still, this lockup isn't as sticky as the real thing. I mean, sometimes I literally have to push the blade up and slide it over, so I'm definitely going to be sending it in to Kai and seeing if they can't fix that up for me. Maybe clean up this blade a little bit. Real disappointed. Every time I pull this knife out, I just get disappointed. I feel like I got and it pisses me off. Yeah, but back to this blade, guys. Sorry, I'm just rambling. This is just going to be a ramble view. I know I've had those before, but this is really just a knife comparison. I'll do a separate overview on this, I guess, but this is just really a knife comparison between, you know, the 200, the 560. We got the blur here. We got the cryo. Pretty soon we'll have the cryo too. We already have that pre-ordered on Knife Center, so that's awesome. Got the XM 18 24 lookalike. This is a 3.5-inch blade. I do not support you know, the overseas cloning of knives or nothing like that, but I just had to try it out. I had to see what all the hype was about, and they are pretty sweet knives, but I'm not going to support somebody stealing Rick Hinder's design. That's why this knife has not been carried yet. I don't think I will carry it. I don't want people thinking that I own a Hinder when I don't. I just had to see what all the hype was about, and I will never, guys, never, ever, ever in my life will I be able to spend $1,000 on a knife. So, for those of you that think that this is going to take out of Rick Hinder's pocket or take money off of his table, don't worry, it's not, because I would never be able to afford one of his knives unless I, you know, got one directly from him for, you know, the $400 or $500. That may be in reach, but the secondary market, $1,000, $1,200 for his knives, no way. So this is not in any way, shape, or form taking money out of Rick Hinder's pocket or, you know, out of his kid's mouth. So that's going to do it, guys. It's just a quick ramble. I will be back with some better reviews here soon. Our order finally got shipped out of China, so our contest video will be going up soon. As soon as the prizes get here, I will put it up, but I don't want to put up a video telling you about prizes that haven't got here yet. So as soon as they get here, I will put up a big video and tell you exactly what you got to do to get entered. And it's going to be a good time. So stick around on the California Prepper channel, and we will have some cool stuff to come. So that's going to do it for now. California Prepper, I'm out of here.